We covered this last week, and so I thought to myself, hey, let's do a quick follow-up video. This is primarily an Xbox channel, but Twitch is, it's part of all of our lives. And this made me laugh. This is an article actually over at Kotaku. The Verge has it as well. A lot of the websites reporting on this at the moment. And that is that Twitch has reversed... They've reversed their policy on artistic nudity. Here is actually the content policy over at Twitch. It was basically the next day or like 2 days later that they reversed it. And I actually did a podcast with the X1 Bros, youtube.com/X1 Bros. Go check them out. And we talked about this, and it's just like, guys, what are you doing? And we talked about this in a video here on this channel, my last video from last week. On Twitch just feels like they don't understand what it is that made them special in the first place. And what made them special in the first place is they were the best place to go and watch gamers stream games. They were gamers streaming games. It was gaming culture. It still largely is gaming culture. And what Twitch has done really well and still is the leader to this day is the community standpoint. No question about it. But as far as rule enforcement, as far as rule updates and policy updates, it's been a hot mess. And it's been a hot mess for a while now. And I just think there's a middle management there that maybe doesn't understand gaming culture. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's like here in this content policy update where they took back the artistic nudity that they had said they were opening up, that they failed to see how there would be backlash against this. And it was like they just discovered, oh, wait, people aren't going to like this. And then they took it back. And I don't know how that's not a question in your mind. And it tells me that you may exist in an echo chamber. It feels like it. At the very least. I don't know if that's accurate, but it definitely feels like it. So to recap, last week Twitch said, hey, nudity, artistic nudity, fictional nudity, it's allowed on our thing. And what do they mean by that? They actually had a term, the topless meta. It's like the topless meta has existed for all of time. Oh, you mean men like boobs? Oh, you just figured that out? So they were allowing it. And we were browsing it. It didn't seem like it really got out of control there in the, at least in the 24 hours after that update that I was reviewing it. But I thought it was stupid. I thought it was foolish. And here is where they come back and change it. And here's the statement. They actually tweeted this out, but upon reflection. It's like you had to reflect on this. Upon reflection, we have decided that we went too far with this change. Digital depictions of nudity present a unique challenge. AI can be used to create realistic images, and it can be hard to distinguish between digital art and photography. So effective today, we are rolling back the artistic nudity changes. Moving forward, depictions of real or fictional nudity won't be allowed on Twitch, regardless of the medium. This restriction does not apply to mature-rated games. That should have been the policy to begin with. If it's in the video game, okay, there's nothing you can do about it. It's a mature-rated game. You maybe blur it out or something, or denote it. Hey, this is a mature-rated game for accounts and for children, but. Yeah, that if they try to act in this, that's what they were trying to prevent here. And it's like, were you? You can find emote-specific standards for nudity and sexual content in the emote guidelines. We aren't making other changes to the updated sexual content policy. So does that mean that twerking still exists? We want to make clear that some streamers respond to this update, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. On Wednesday, we updated our sexual content policy. Our primary goal in making these updates was to make our guidelines easier to understand and enforce. And I get that it's difficult to enforce. I don't want that job. Definitely not. That's a hard job. Part of this update included changes to how we treat fictionalized nudity. For years, through user voice and in conversations, we heard from artists that our content policies were limiting. Were they? In making this update, we were trying to be responsive to these requests and allow the thriving artist community on Twitch to utilize the human form in their art. That's not at all what their policy initially said. Mr. Dan Clancy, I think you're lying. Like, that's just it. This is my problem. Like, that's not at all how this came across with the initial update. And I read through the initial update. We read through the policies. Go check it out, the X1 Bros podcast. And it's like, Dude, what are you doing? And you combined it with, in fact, let's see if Kotaku talks about it here. You combined it with twerking, and you can now it's new policy allowing fictional nudity led a small uptick in making content that broke the rules. We're rolling them back. Went too far when altering the nudity policy. It further explained, blah, blah, blah. There we go. See, the company did clarify that other changes involving exotic dancing, body painting, or content focused on certain clothed parts of the body weren't being reverted. You could literally make a crotch cam. In fact, it was a joke on the X1 Bros that I made. Like, I want to have a 24-hour crotch cam. Just point it at my crotch. The crotch cam. Like, that's the type of crap you're going to get here. While I wish we would have predicted this outcome, part of our job is to make adjustments that serve the community. I apologize for the confusion this update. There's no confusion. There's no confusion on this update. I'm sorry, Mr. Clancy, with all due respect. I think you didn't realize there would be pushback here. That's it. That's it. Like, I think, again, this doesn't give me more confidence in Twitch. This actually doesn't. I started this video. I hit record. I had initially read through this and I was like, okay, here's what we're going to talk about. But upon reflection during recording this video, you're seeing it live. And I thought, oh, Twitch, well, at least they got enough pushback that they're changing. Nope. I don't think that they're making any improvement here at all. I think they've lost complete focus on what makes them good. I had some questions that I wrote up. Like, for instance, how do policy changes like this affect the landscape of content creation and streaming culture? I don't even think we're going to talk about any of those. Those questions, the thought-provoking questions that I had come up with, here's another one. What responsibilities do platforms like Twitch have in balancing community guidelines with freedom of expression? Could this policy change set a precedent for other platforms? And if so, how? Those questions are too serious for this article. They're too serious. They're too thoughtful for this. I think that this is a foolish change to Twitch. To hell with Twitch, honestly. I think Twitch is collapsing under mismanagement, and it's a shame. It was the best place to watch gaming, and it's dying. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. That's what this is. This doesn't fix anything here. This doesn't recognize what made Twitch great in the first place. I think it's insulting to gamers. I think it's insulting to real gamers of every genre, of every gender, that you allow content that focuses on a specific area of the body on your platform. I think it undermines Twitch. I think it undermines the value of Twitch. I think it undermines what made Twitch special in the first place. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. That's my opinion on it. Love to know what you guys think. We were going to go over some thought-provoking questions, but changed my mind. Those questions are too serious. Maybe we'll have a more serious discussion on this about streaming in general in the future. Would love to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Maybe I'm being a square. Maybe I'm being a prune. You're destroying Twitch. You're destroying Twitch. And people right now will be like, well, look at the numbers. Look how many people are on Twitch. It's not what it once was. The shine is gone. And I think that as other players continue to step into the space, that's only going to continue to go away. I think this was a foolish change. You didn't completely roll it back. You rolled back part of it, not even the most important part in my mind. And I think it's unfortunate. Let me know what you think. If you like this, you like hanging out, talking video games with me, this is the channel for you. 2024 is on its way here. Very excited for what are we? Halfway to 2024, and we're really going to kick things up here on this channel then. So if you like this, channel, if you like watching it, like, subscribe, share with your friends. That bell means it's time for me to go. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.